What is up guys, KaitouReviews here. We've been hit with some strong news at Gamescom this year. Two trailers related to SOULCALIBUR have went up, one regarding the introduction of Tira in SOULCALIBUR 6, which I find really cool, especially how Tira was a character that was in SOULCALIBUR 3. So seeing a younger self of her making a return in SOULCALIBUR 6 is quite a treat. But as I mentioned previously on social media a couple times, SOULCALIBUR 6, even though it's going back to the roots of SOULCALIBUR 1, it's a completely separate timeline. So this pretty much means that anyone can technically be in SOULCALIBUR 6 because it's a completely new timeline, and that is the reason why characters like Tira are in SOULCALIBUR 6, because she wouldn't have been able to be in SOULCALIBUR 1 if it was the old timeline. But that said, Tira does look amazing. I might make an in-depth video of how I feel about her and her changes in SOULCALIBUR 6 from the small trailer segment we've got. But today I'm going to be focusing on the new game mode that got revealed at Gamescom. Yes, if people did not know, SOULCALIBUR's team was teasing a new game mode on their Japanese website, and today we just got a good glimpse of what the game mode is, and it is everything that I wanted in a game mode. It is absolutely amazing. This new game mode, Libra of Souls, gives us a taste of what the character creation is like in the game, and also a taste of a unique take on Weapon Masters mode, a game mode from SOULCALIBUR 2 where you went from mission to mission on a map and got better weapons for your chosen character. So this new game mode is a cool rendition of that, with you playing as your created character getting better weapons for them. And I can already see and feel that maybe some of the cooler weapon designs that we're seeing in screenshots, which I'm going to be having on the screen, maybe some of these weapons you can only get from farming Libra of Soul. Kinda similar to how a treasure battle in Tekken 7 locks some of the equipment for that game mode. That is, until you get 2000 wins and you pretty much unlock everything that's in the game. But wow, this game mode is really cool. There's like damage number indications now, which obviously the better and stronger weapons you collect from the game mode, the more damage you'll be doing. In addition to this, there is a food section where you can put food on it. But I assume not only will it grant health, it will probably also grant damage buffs, or even defense buffs to your creator character. But they are most likely consumables to get you past the tiny section that you may be struggling with. Now, seeing that Libra of Soul is based on your created character, they did a bunch of changes to the character creation. One thing that stands out immediately when you see it in the trailer is the races. Oh my god, there's a race menu. What the hell is this, Skyrim? But on top of that, there's a bunch of new options that we can now explore and look at. So that's what we're gonna do for this next half of the video. So now there's a whopping total of 16 different races you can choose as a base to create your character from. From what it looks like, some of these races only have male versions of them, or some of these races only have female versions of them. But it seems in good MMO fashion, there is a male and female counterpart to some of these races. So something like the human, which we can actually see from the trailer, it says human male. So human obviously will allow you to pick between a male and female version. But something like the outcast, which looks like a bunny girl race, which I find really cool that's in the game actually. Looks like it might only be a female version, but I could be wrong. There could be like a male version of the outcast as well. On the same human screenshot, we can see that there's a height option, hairstyle option, and a face option. The height option was from SOULCALIBUR 5, that is a thing that is returning. But I'm wondering whether the height option will alter hitboxes like how it did in SOULCALIBUR 5. I'm assuming that these heights will affect hitboxes, but I'm hoping that NAMCO could use this to their advantage in Libra of Soul. But in addition to that option, patterns are making a return, which I'm so happy that they're not being skimped on. And I was kind of worried that weapon patterns wouldn't make a return because it's not shown in the trailer. But as you can see from this screenshot, weapon patterns are confirmed. So now you can customize your weapons with that little bit of extra detail. I remember there was a rustic pattern I used to use for my weapons, so it made it look all battered and bruised. So that pattern will probably be returning as well. A lot of the patterns and equipment are from SOULCALIBUR 5, which is not actually a bad thing. It's good that they're returning in this game with a new coat of paint on them. But as well as that, I kinda noticed something really cool that I want to share in this video. A couple of pieces of armor in the trailer caught my eye, and in some of the screenshots I've seen, I recognized them. I was like, I've seen this before. But hiding there in plain sight, unlike SOULCALIBUR V that only had some of the character pieces, it looks like in this game, all of the armor pieces of the original characters are going to be available in customization. So what do I mean by this? I mean costumes such as Siegfried's one player in SOULCALIBUR VI, for example. As you can see from this screenshot, he's using pretty much the same body parts of Siegfried's one player costume, but obviously with the addition of some patterns being tweaked and changed. But as well as that, Kilik's sash thing that he has, that is also available in the customization. As you can see, it is sitting there in the outer body section. And that's for just male characters alone, so that doesn't even include what's going to be available for female characters. We might even get stuff like Taki's bodysuit for female characters, which would be extremely cool. And I'm hoping the icing on the cake would be legacy costumes from SOULCALIBUR V. That sounds kind of weird to call them legacy costumes, but like older costumes from 4 and 5. That would be the icing on the cake. But yeah, what else? Stickers are back. I'm so happy stickers are back. Just that little level of personalization. I'm kinda sad that there's only 8 sticker slots. I believe that's the exact same number that's in SOULCALIBUR V. And you'd think with the power of these modern consoles that would be a higher number, but it's alright. One thing that caught my eye as well is that there's 2 new options that are available in the same location as the height system I was talking about. You can see that there is like a demon horns icon, and there's also like a tail icon. So that looks like you can select what tail you have for your characters and what ears they have. And I assume that would be an option that would be selectable for stuff like the Outcast, which is like the bunny ears girl race thing. But I'm so hyped you could meet stuff like robots, elves and ogres, man. And the automatons is a clear fist bump to Ashalot, man, in SOULCALIBUR 4. And then not only that, you can make your own lizard man, which has been requested for such a long time. And pieces of armor that used to go bam and just break off that you didn't want to break off, like devil wings or like horns for your character, will now stay. And they will stay because they are part of your character, it's part of your race, it's part of their identity pretty much. Now that said, I did check while making this video to see if maybe they removed that option, you know, just see if they removed anything. But no, that option is actually still there, which you can see from this screenshot. The extras are still there. So now you're going to be meeting people making rainbow dicks like in SOULCALIBUR 5, but you know what? It doesn't matter because we have all these extra options to play around with, and I'm very grateful that the SOULCALIBUR team has been listening to what people have been asking for. After the hiccup that was in the series known as SOULCALIBUR 5, they've really turned over a new leaf with what content they're offering in this game. The only slight concern I have now currently is that the facial expressions of the created characters are not really expressive. And why that's kind of concerning is because the game recently went gold, and I don't know if they filmed this trailer when it was in its early days for the character creation and Libra of Soul, but that is pretty much the only small nitpick I have. It's kind of easy to just think past it, but the game is already near perfect, so might as well go for perfect now. That is everything you need to know about the Libra of Soul trailer that was revealed at Gamescom. If you want to see more videos that look in depth at SOULCALIBUR 6, be sure to follow my channel because I will definitely be doing more SOULCALIBUR 6 content. And you know what race are you going to play out the 16 races that were shown off? Of course the Outcast for me because them bunny ears, man, them bunny ears are getting to me. But that said, I will see you guys in the next video.